Hello, my beautiful friends. I believe that the month of July could bring some surprising or shocking events that we are not expecting. This could be a month of real change or possibly even massive disruption. How we respond to events in July might determine our future for a very long time to come. The universe is offering us a final glimpse into a powerful opportunity for us to make a massive difference in our human evolution. Hi, I'm Saratoga Ocean. For over 25 years, I've been guiding thousands of people in their cosmic journey on this planet with the help of Archangel Michael and my interuniversal friends in Telstar. I think we've all been feeling a great deal of disruptive, chaotic energy for quite some time now. Every time it seems like things are going one way, there is a sudden shift and then it all seems to collapse, only for the next unexpected event to then rise up and collapse again. Overall, the controllers seem to be having a very hard time getting their nefarious plans to stick. Every time their momentum in one direction stalls, they try to get a foothold somewhere else. Now, the reason they are failing in the bigger picture is because people are waking up at a faster and faster rate all over the world. Plus, our planet is trying to make a profound shift into a higher dimension. In this video, I want to show you the bigger picture of what is currently manifesting here on Earth and why we need to be especially mindful of how we handle events in July. I think you will be surprised and shocked at what I have to share with you today. Now, the controllers of this planet are parasitic entities, and there are two places where they have the strongest foothold on this planet. The first place would be in violence and in all forms of war. And the second place would be in money. They essentially use war to generate huge amounts of cash for all of their planetary minions. They also use war to promote massive fear in order to gain greater control over entire countries and continents. They do everything they can to undermine human health and vitality so they can keep us weak and thus easier to control. Remember that whole pandemic issue? These monsters really are a scourge on our beautiful planet. And now that they are losing traction, they are likely feeling quite desperate. There is an energy building in the month of July that could lead to them going for broke by doing something really crazy. And how we respond is going to make all the difference in how things unfold. So let's get ahead of such a possibility and never be caught unprepared ever again, like we were in 2020. Now, I'm going to share with you one simple yet incredibly powerful thing that we can each do to turn the tables on this nonsense once and for all. Are you ready? I'm also going to show you the biggest mistake that humanity keeps making over and over again to keep ourselves trapped in this ungodly matrix of planetary human enslavement. Let's start by remembering that our goal is cosmic evolution to a higher dimension of reality. Then let's focus on one of the chief ways that this has been prevented for thousands upon thousands of years. That would be through the use of war and violence. Now, there are currently 14 major wars going on right now on Earth, along with countless smaller armed conflicts happening all over the planet. I want you to imagine for a moment what this planet would be like if no war existed here at all. What would Earth's vibration feel like? Pretty amazing, right? Now, we naturally all want to feel amazing, yet no matter what we do, war and killing continue to persist. So what are we doing wrong? And why does this matter in July? In recent months, the energy for war and violence seems to be percolating more and more. And even when that energy gets temporarily suppressed, it continues to smolder. It reminds me of trying to put out a fire where every time you think you're done, there are smoldering embers that unexpectedly ignite. I think that's where we are right now. Now, it started to heat up a while back with the war in Ukraine. And now it's smoldering and igniting all over the Middle East, Europe, and beyond. In other words, despite the best efforts of the peacemakers, this planetary fire of war continues to smolder and burn. And it always seems like it's on the verge of getting out of control. It's interesting to me that July is the heat of the summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, and it's also a time when this fire of violence and war could really explode if we are unconscious. You know, at some point, humanity will have to take responsibility for this earth and take it out of the hands of these insane, psychopathic controllers. But we haven't even taken the first step. So let me share the first step with you all. And I think you're going to be very surprised when you see this. It really is time for us to step back and look at this planet from an extraterrestrial context so that we have the necessary vision to see what is really going on with us. We know what is going on with the controllers, but what is going on with the rest of us that we don't see? Well, I'm going to reveal that to you right now. So just pause for a moment and clear your mind. Most of the collective of humanity eagerly contributes their consciousness and energy into war. Now, before you react, let me explain. There are over 8 billion people on this planet. There are only a tiny handful of people who decide to send people to war. So, how does such a tiny group of psychopaths get away with this? Well, it's very simple. They manipulate us into taking sides. That's it. That's how they do it. Look at the war in Ukraine. Do you remember how that started? The controllers let us know that we were all supposed to take the side of Ukraine. No matter what country you live in, we were all supposed to sport Ukrainian flags and wear Ukrainian colors. And if you didn't do this, then obviously you were bad and you were on the side of Russia. Everyone on Earth fell into this trap. Now, personally, I think the Ukrainian people are fantastic, creative, they're amazing. But I also think the same thing about the Russian people. Oh, I'm going to really be in trouble for saying that. Meanwhile, the controllers were likely rubbing their evil little hands together with glee, seeing how easy it was to get us all on board with this newest atrocity. And from there, it has been a downward slide ever since. All they have to do is pit people against each other about rooting for a certain country, and the next thing you know, the controllers' bloody wars have turned into a global sports event. And now you're supposed to wear the flags and colors of whatever team or country you are told that you are supposed to be rooting for. But this is not a sports event for entertainment. It's a violent scenario where a lot of people get slaughtered and maimed. I think this is one of the reasons that there is so much concern about a giant third world war right now. We have been successfully trained to divide ourselves and put our energy behind either side of any potential conflict, no matter where it is in the world. So by falling into the trap of taking sides, we as a collective humanity are feeding the controller's violent frenzies with our collective human energy. And this, my friends, has been going on for thousands of years. It's extremely amplified and empowered now because of social media and the internet. And then we wonder why it doesn't stop. It can't stop because we go along with it by taking sides. We are so easily manipulated. The truth is that we don't even know how these wars really start. We just believe whatever the TV or the screen on our phones tell us to believe. Honestly, you guys, this is shameful. We are so much better than this. We absolutely have to stop being this pathetic. I am sure that these controllers are playing both sides of these wars and laughing at the rest of us who are behaving like a bunch of roosters in a cockfight. So here we sit at the beginning of July. We see all of these smoldering war fires happening. Already there are millions of people who are cheering on the bloodshed from their living room sofas. And we sure like to feel justified in this behavior, don't we? The controllers know this, which is why they are happy to provide us with all of the justification that we need. All they have to do is attack somebody, point fingers at whoever they say is the guilty party, and then it's let the games begin. I think the energy in July is going to test us. Are we going to continue to fall for this manipulation? Are we going to continue pointing fingers at each other? Or are we going to look at the existence of war itself and say enough? How about if we say something like this? We don't care who is doing what. We want all of these wars to stop. We do not want war happening on this planet anymore. Period. I mean, that is a powerful statement. And if you agree with this statement, share it in the comments or give this video a thumbs up to show that you relate to this. I mean, how many more thousands of years do we need to finally realize that this whole thing is absolutely insane and that we are just being manipulated? Let's get real for a moment, you guys. As long as war keeps happening, there is not going to be a new Earth. That's for sure. Because a new Earth does not include all of this bloodshed and violence. I mean, it's obvious, right? Now, I'm not suggesting that we all go out and protest. I'm talking about something much, much deeper as a place from which to begin. I'm suggesting the novel idea that we come together as a humanity and listen to our hearts. The signal coming from our hearts is crystal clear. No war at no time, ever. War does not belong here. It does not belong anywhere. And this is one of the things that I am hoping that our collective awakening will accomplish. If we pull our collective energy and consciousness out of the very existence of war, it will at some point become an unsustainable idea. And the controllers will be finished because they cannot survive without war. So I invite you to consider this in July. If things get crazy and it looks like yet another fire of war could ignite, just pause and consider where your consciousness is. Consider what you truly want. Now, on a practical level, I think the energy of July could be a little bit volatile and maybe unpredictable. It might even feel chaotic. It could be kind of difficult to know what direction you want your life to go in. It could even be very challenging to find stability in the outer world or to sense a positive guiding force in the physical world. So we can do what we always need to do anyway, no matter what is happening here on Earth. We can start by consciously positioning ourselves at a cosmic level with a higher cosmic intent. You are not a victim of the physical world. You are a conscious creator who has enormous creative power that you came here with. What you believe yourself to be will make all the difference. So here are 5 main things for you to remember. 1, you carry peace within you at all times. Your inner being is literally made of love. Remember to tune into that experience. Number 2, your soul desires beauty, truth, and oneness. It desires a coherent state of life. It's time to get behind that desire and support yourself with love, not division. Number 3, you are creative for a reason. It's so that you can be naturally responsive and flow with a higher level of intelligence that can creatively respond to any and all events. Number 4, life is a gift. It is not a sentence, nor is it a mistake. The universe is alive with abundance and has unlimited solutions to anything at a quantum level. And finally, number 5, if July feels confusing or crazy, or even if shocking things happen, find stability by taking quiet time to be alone and stay close to nature. Tune into your inner guidance and wisdom. There are always answers to whatever degree you are open to receive them. I think the energy of July will call upon us to make a profound shift in how we view certain things happening on this planet. We have to stop reacting in fear to everything the controllers unleash. Instead, we can restore our power and our stability of consciousness by remembering who we are and what our higher aim is. So let's use July as an opportunity to strengthen ourselves, get grounded, and focus on the things that truly matter. Now, I would love to know what your sense of July is. Do you sense a call to shift to a higher level of consciousness than ever before? Let's see if we can meet that challenge. We most certainly have that capacity. Let me know in the comments how you see this new month of July. I would love to know if you guys have anything to add to what I have said. Now, I will have more to share in my next videos as we continue on this amazing journey together. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that we can continue this conversation as things unfold. And I would love it if you would share this video with others and invite them to join us here. With that, I'm sending you so much love, light, and high vibrational energy. Have a beautiful day, my friends, and I will see you in the next video.